So, some more pointless swapping of characters, races, and all that just for representation. So, the writer of Percy Jackson, like the one who actually wrote the books, now all of a sudden, he's had two times to do this. First was when he wrote the books, and then in the movie series. So, we have Grover in the books. It's kind of hard to tell. He looks like a little like a tannish, but whatever. So we have Grover, we have Percy. No, go back up, and we have Annabelle. Then in the movie series, we have Annabelle, who's white. She's not blonde hair anymore, but she's still white. We have Percy right there, and we have Grover. Also, the fact it's Greek mythology, and we've got Rosario Dawson as Persephone, which I'm not going to complain about that. Did you see what that girl was wearing in that movie? Like, Mom, I know I have to save you, but I'm I'm staying in the underworld. Why are you staying in the underworld? I've been contracted to lay some pipe. But and then now we've got this current Percy Jackson. So Percy's still white. Grover's been gone. Grover's gone from like whitish to black to Indian, and Annabelle went from white to black. And of course, she's gonna be a boss bitch. She's gonna have to tell Percy what to do all the fucking time because you know we've seen it all the time. Me man, me dum dum, me not know what do with thou female creature. Mythological, legendary female creatures. Man can't exist and do anything without them because men have to be told what to do all the time, you know? So, she's constantly going to be saving his ass, constantly telling him what to do, constantly taking charge because, ooh, I'm Percy Jackson, I'm dyslexic and ADHD, and I can't lead on my own. So it's going to be up to bad boss bitch Annabelle take the lead. Um, Everyone could see that, look at this series and see themselves. First, he used his son as a shield. He was struggling with dyslexia and ADHD, having a terrible time in school, but the one thing he did love was Greek mythology. As a classroom teacher myself, I knew a great deal about Greek mythology. I loved teaching it, so I started telling him stories from the Greek myths, and when I ran out of old stuff, I made up a new Greek hero, a modern day kid named Percy Jackson, who, like my son, has ADHD and dyslexia, and finds out that those are indicators that you may well be a demigod. My son had no trouble believing that. So, you hear it right there. He had no problem writing a character specifically for his son to see himself in. So, why is he waiting till now? Current day 2023, when it's all the rage to race swap to do this. Because that's all the rage nowadays. Taking characters and race swapping and saying it's for diversity or to see yourself. It's like, dude, you wrote the book. Why didn't you make representation and diversity and seeing oneself included the first time around? Why did it take you to current day when it's all the fucking rage now? It seems disingenuous and it just seems like fucking virtue signaling. Was this? Notice it's never a cute Asian or cute Latina. It's always an opinionated black girl, often with shaved head. Why is that? Why are wokesters obsessed with one type of female and race? If I was a black chick, I'd be pissed. Is this some hidden joke or something? I mean, bro, no one's gonna watch this crap. And I saw this comment and I loved it because they brought up Yu Yu Hakusho, which is my favorite anime of all time. And I also commented, as a teenager, I felt a kinship with Kuwabara. I'm not Japanese and I don't want to be Japanese. How does that work in these people's mind, in these people's weird race obsessed minds? And then of the four, because because it's kind of true. Of the four boys, Kuwabara was definitely the realest one. He was goofy and weird, like a lot of us were when we were in school. Also, he was human. He was pure human. Yusuke turns out to be, the Mazuku, who's like, inherited DNA and the genes from his like ancestral demon father. Hiei and Karama were demons. Kuwabara is purely human. So this entire time, he always thinks that he's, behind everyone else and that he's not as good as anyone else. But then he gets one of the coolest fucking techniques. He gets a sword that can cut through freaking dimensions. So, and all of that was achieved from pure work, hard work, determination, and the power showed up when he was trapped inside the monster created by Seaman. And the monster, it's you can see it right there, but inside of the monster kind of like exists in its own dimension. So there was no way of getting out unless someone from the outside got you out or you found a way to cut through dimensions inside. That's exactly what he did. His friends and him were, his friends had pretty much were drowned already. They were still alive, but they were pretty much out. So with his determination, he summoned the sword and he was able to cut through this dimension. And not only that, but you see cut across Seaman's chest, blood spurting out. So not only did he manage to cut himself out of this dimension, he also managed to wound the person who put him there. So Kuwabara loves his friends. He sacrifices himself all the time. Uh, he's a goof. Like him screaming Yukina is like one of the most quoted lines in the show because every time he sees her, that's the first thing that comes out of his mouth is him screaming Yukina. But he was the realest one because he was a human, and yet he gained, with the ranking of like S class demons, A class, B class, he managed to get himself up to like the rank of like say an S class demon through pure work and dedication. He wasn't a demon like Yusuke and Karama and Hiei. He was a human who got there through hard work. That's why people like him so much. People who watch Dragon Ball Z, same thing. If you go watch, you look up reactors for Dragon Ball Z, a lot of them are black guys. Are those people white or Saiyans? No, but they see themselves in Goku and Vegeta and Piccolo and Gohan and some of them maybe even Yamcha. uh, because they see what these characters represent. Goku and Vegeta, selfless, sacrificing themselves for their planet, constantly pushing each other to become stronger. They see that and they admire that. A hero, and actually, I think it's a quote. I saw it somewhere. Um, yeah, they want kids to only identify based on skin color and nothing else. A heroic character is a hero because of what they do, not what they look like. But Hollywood is obsessed with race. And I agree with Pikachu. If the author wanted black characters, he should have written them that way to begin with. Just create new non white characters. Stop the race swapping. Funny enough, he made Annabeth to fight against the dumb blonde stereotype. And now she's a token black girl who is perfect at everything and who the fan base is demanding she should have been the main character or had her own series. Telling. If the majority of characters are white, then it needs to be changed so others can see themselves in it. If the majority of characters are black or Hispanic or Asian, then it's fine because diversity or representation. It's it's also nauseating transparent. Strange, I'm able to enjoy East Asian television series as a white person without demanding someone who looks like me. Sorry, but if you can't enjoy something without everyone looking like you, wait. If you can't enjoy something without everyone looking like you, then you are racist. I can watch something like Squid Game and enjoy it without demanding white people be in the show, but the totally not racist black community needs to see themselves. And it's mostly not even them, it's white people, white liberals who are doing this crap, while virtually no one watches. Mind virus at work. Yes, because everyone absolutely lacks the ability to identify with anyone who doesn't share the same superficial characteristics. When I watch a show or play a game, I don't go in expecting to see myself. I go in expecting to be entertained. This whole I need to see myself in media constantly to feel validated BS needs to fuck off already. So they're racists? Godzilla. See myself? Oh, come on. Fuck you. You care more about more for ESG scores than making good stories. No wonder I stopped buying your books. Diversity and inclusion, so everyone could look at this and see themselves. Nobody wants that. They want good stories to escape into. Also, that has nothing to do, but Godzilla is back. Um, but I also love this one. But obviously, is he also going to champion white actors playing slaves in a remake of Roots? Because how else are we going to see ourselves in that series? Rick, be honest with yourself. If no one else, it's done to erase white people. Always that statement. Yeah, and especially like this one. How come they're never race swapped to Asian or Latina? Why is it always race swapped to a black chick or a black guy? Why is it always just from white to black? But it's just getting ridiculous. Because again, she's going to be perfect with everything. While Annabelle in Annabeth, why am I thinking of Annabelle? While Annabeth in the series was, she had a lot of problems. She was still strong in this, this and that. But this one is going to be like, oh, I'm the ferociously powerful one, and I've got to tell these boys what to do, and they'd be lost without me, and I'm a boss bitch, and this, like, just the same crap we see all the fucking time now. Because Hollywood is out of ideas. Because apparently you can't have a feminine woman in a series anymore. You can't just keep characters the same. It's always got to be for representation, seeing yourself. Again, I don't want to see some fat, ugly fuck who looks like me. I don't. I want, you know, people who don't look like me. So this, you want to see yourself. Most people do. They don't. They don't want to see it. Only the freaking weirdos on here and the weirdos in Hollywood care about that bull crap. Normal people watch it as an escape. We don't care. As long as it's a well written character and we're able to see what they value and relate to that. Again, the black guys on YouTube reacting to Dragon Ball Z and admiring Goku and Vegeta, they're not white and they're not, or rather Asian, and they're not Saiyans. And yet they love Goku and Vegeta because of what the characters represent. Um, Same thing again. Uobara. Out of the four, he's a human, and yet he was able to gain great power through hard work and determination. He was able to get to the same level as Yusuke, Hiei, and Kurama simply through determination and the desire to not give up. And that's why people love him. Does he need to look like me? No. Same thing with like Yusuke. Am I cool looking with the slick back hair? And no, but I also related to him. You know, you can look at Kurama or Hiei and relate to them. You don't need to see yourself in these characters to relate to them. And it's like the one person said, if that's what you truly believe, then you're the racist. If you can only relate to a character if they're the same color as you, you're the fucking racist. But Hollywood doesn't seem to do this. Instead, it's just the same rehashed bullshit over. And if you call it out, you're the racist. I don't even have red hair. Oh yeah, you should see the way some of their heads explode when they actually have to stop and consider this sort of thing. Yeah. I mean, it's pathetic. It's This is what they do now. Again, if representation mattered, why didn't he do it when he wrote the books? Why he's waiting till current day when race swapping is the hottest thing in Hollywood to finally say, oh, so people can see themselves in these characters. Bullshit. Get the fuck out of here with your lying bitch ass. You're not doing it for representation. You're doing it because it's what's cool right now. You're like a fucking teenager. Come on, man. Take a hit of it. Everyone's doing it. Come on, man. Holding a pen. Come on, man. Just race swap the characters. Everyone's doing it. That's why you're doing it. You're doing it for that because everyone else is doing it. You're doing it because it's what's cool right now. You're doing it for brownie points, for the fucking clout and virtue signaling. You're not doing it for any genuine reason. So stop your fucking bullshit. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.